I'm going to do that again. Ladles and jelly spoons. There's Tim down filling me them. I just spilt a coffee bonbon, a whole coffee bonbon. I didn't even taste it. I just spilt it all over the table, all over the chair next to me, all over the floor. My fingers are now sticky. Yeah. Where am I? Roll intro. It's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or a coffee Monday or Friday, 9 a.m. Book it. Oh, we're back in the room. Cool dudes. Sorry I'm late. I've decided maybe Mondays and Fridays, because it's just a coffee and no walk, that I'll just start a bit later. So 9:30, what do you think? I've had a great weekend. Just a minute. Off. There we go. I'll get some water. I've had a really good weekend. I enjoyed myself. I did some more tech stuff. I realised that I can't afford the Descript. I bought it cheap last year, and if I want to renew it in, I think it's November, I got to pay $600 for the year, which is way too much, and that will only allow me to do half of these, so it's way too much. Are we on? Muchísimas gracias.
Café con leche, esperamos...
No, eso medium, ¿sí? No, medium, eso. Ahora. There we go. So this is a focaccia with mortadella on it. And it screamed at me. I wasn't going to eat today, as they say. And this screamed at me. And so I'm going to try it. It's very hot, so I'm going to be right back to it. Cheese is good. Very crunchy. I won't have the morning coffee anymore. Sorry, Mike, I'm busy. Adam Hossein. Muchísimas gracias. ¿Y olvidé tu nombre?
Sheila.
Sheila. No conocemos, ¿no?
Sí.
Sí,
Yeah,
so visto.
sí.
Muchas gracias, Sheila. Timothy.
Timothy, I remember.
Thank you. Sheila, ladies and gentlemen. Right. Where am I going? Run. That looks good. Right, ladies and jelly spoons. Here we go. Adam Hussein's on. Gavin Davis. Alan Brickle. Garfield. Alistair Hinksman. Adam, Spain win the cup. I heard it last night. Beep, 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 beep. Crazy Bake Song. Demos on. Anne-Marie, Alan, Gordon Duncanson. We'll be seeing Gordon this week. A few times, I think. Brian and the cool dudes. See, Brian Kinslow, good morning Tim and all the other cool dudes. That's all you need. Everybody's greeted. Melinda Davis. Good morning, Melinda. Crazy night last night. Did you go and watch the football? Alan Brickle. Oh, was it bad? I watched it when it was 0-0, just after dinner. It was 0-0 and everybody was quiet. And I watched it, and there was a couple of fouls, I think. But I must admit, the other guys were falling over anyway. So, wonder where you were, yeah. I was a bit late this morning. I don't suppose you can say it anymore. I got scouse back. These white sheets stuck to my back. Couldn't get up. John Barra, good morning, John. Thank you for all your support. Anne Marie. Today's Paula and my anniversary. We're married 52 years. Oh my golly gosh, that was a... It must be love, that's all I can say. It must be love.
And then they change their mind.
Cool dudes. Bit of water. I've already had my coffee bonbon. I spilt the whole one. And then they brought me another one. Cleaned up. And then brought me a cafe con leche as well. And a water. So basically I've got everything now. I can go. So, yeah, the football. So at least that's over for another, how many years is it? 4 years? Who won it last time? Was it Argentina? So they were going for the double with it. Or did Spain win it last time? I can't remember. I'll tell you what though. England's 6 foot whatever. I reckon they listened to my blog to say put all strikers on. I think that's what they did. What do you think, Webby? Did they listen to me? Was I the manager of England on Saturday? Oh, happy anniversary, by the way. Happy anniversary, Paula. Jeff Francis on. Aki. Trisha. Punches thrown after the final. Oh dear. Oh dear. I looked out, there was loads of cars blowing their horns and all that stuff. But that's another story. David Butler. Oh, Argentina are appalling. That's the last one. No, David Butler just came in. Morning, Trisha. There we go. Cool dudes. I think we got the QQs on. But it ain't working, I don't think. Did I do the sheets wrong? QQ chats. We're streaming at 6 megabits a second today. Adam's on. Hope you're well today. Adam and Adele. Emma Kelly's on. CC's were good. Unlucky Argentina. That's probably not thingy today, is it? Right, I've got to do something quick just to turn the QQs on. Where are we? Oh, that's me. Copy the link. Link copied. Go to Sheets. Oh, it's still loading. There we go. We go on here. Why can't I delete it? That's annoying. They changed something on here and I can't put in the QQs anymore. What annoying people there. Trump thought he won it. Well, I heard there was like a half-time show where they sang the American national anthem. So they sang the Argentine and the Spanish one as well. Let me say morning, Tricia. The second half took forever to start due to the pointless half-time. Yeah, I heard about that. I only saw there was a clip online of the woman singing and then cutting to Trump and everybody booing him. Miller's on. Spain did it for England. There you go. Cheats don't prosper. That's probably right. Morning, Tim. Off to Edinburgh later to visit the daughter for a week, says Everton Matthews. Cool dude. No, I'm right. The final was Saturday when England won against France. I didn't watch that one. Match not very entertaining, particularly the half-time show. Yeah, I know. Well, what do you need a half-time show for? I mean, it's like oranges in the thing, innit? So here I am. Get rid of those people. I'm in the Rosa Center again. I'm in the coffee cafe. Very nice people with Sheila and I don't know the guy's name. I'll be sure you know it. Euros in 28, UK hopefully England can finally bring it home then. Oh yeah. Please, Spain won. Zelda. England beat Argentina in the rugby international Saturday. They did, yeah. I heard that. 10 goal spectacular. Is Webby still on? He might turn up, I think. He might actually turn up. Well, I say morning, perfect timing as I'm walking my dog. Just be listening. Have a great one. Thank you, I will, Roy. Woof, woof. And you start yelling, it's coming home, maybe then it would. That's probably true. That is probably true. Halftime show during the match was not needed or popular as it was a World Cup final, not a Super Bowl. But that's the US for you. How did they get the what's it called in, the adverts in? Was it? I heard there was water breaks. Was that for the players or for the adverts? Tell you what I watched last night. I watched a movie last night. Actually, I watched it straight after dinner on my phone outside while Chris was listening to a book. And then I finished watching it after she'd done her ablutions and got to bed. And it was called In the Grey. And it's Jake Gyllenhaal, Superman, what's his name? The Brit actor. And a woman, I can't remember the actress's name. Carol? I don't know. Who played Superman last? He's also in the new film with playing Sherlock Holmes. Anyway, in the grey, and it was filmed next door to our village. So when you go out of into Webby's Manor, and they're building those new millionaires' houses further on, there's a little sort of shanty town in between us and Marazul, that big French hotel, just up towards Playa de San Juan. And there's some waste ground or desert and old shacks. And right down by the beach, or not the beach, right down by the sea, is an old jetty, I would call it. And that was one of the extraction points of getting this woman off the Salazar's private island. So it was all filmed in Tenerife. And I remember them saying, we'd just seen Superman up the road. It's probably going to be a new Superman movie, but it wasn't. It was an action thing. Lots of shooting. Lots of shooting. Of course, none of the Americans were hurt, and the only American that died killed himself, saving everybody else. And all the Spanish lads were being popped off. So, if you don't want to take it too seriously, but you want to see a little bit of where we were. I meant to put the pictures on here, but I got them here. So, let's see if we can do this. So this is Marazul. That's what you can see from our village. If you look out towards Playa de San Juan, and there's the spare ground. And of course the helicopter was shooting everybody there. Then that's the little port just down the road from us, and the shanty town. And that's a wider shot. So you can see on this side, that's where we are right now. Callao Salvaje, Playa Paraíso. Oh, that's the helicopter that went down. But I think that's CGI. I don't think they actually crashed the helicopter. Hi Ruth, how are you? Oh, we need a Webby debrief, I know. Come on Webby, come and have a coffee. You're buying. Trump was trying to be a MAGA. And what does MAGA stand for in that sentence, I wonder. Prash is on, just a quick hello before I get mum ready. We're filming in Skegness today, aiming at 10 videos. Well, send my love to Skegness and have a great time. Ruth shared on Facebook. Hang on, I gotta do this. Ruth shared on Facebook. If everybody shared on Facebook, Ruth, I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. Yanks love the razzle dazzle. Everything has to be bigger and better. Yeah, when I was in America, I went to this bar, and you had to climb up a ladder to get to the bar stool. And I said, why are the bar stools so high? And the guy next to me says, everything's big in the United States. And I said, where's the loo? He said, it's down there, out that door and to the left. So I went down. I'm going through this thick pile carpet. It's like up to my knees. I said, why is the carpet pile so thick? So everything's big in America. And I went outside, and instead of turning left, I turned right, and I ended up in the swimming pool. And as I was going down for the third time, I said, don't flush it. Water breaks for players with the heat. Okay. Everyone waiting for Andy to turn up at number 10. Our new leader today, mouth zip shut. Andy Burnham. As soon as he's briefed on what he can and can't do by America, he'll be upset, I tell you. Morning, Joanne. Henry Cavill, that's the guy. Henry. Starmer's finally left the building. I don't think it's going to change for you, unfortunately. I think it's just a new name and maybe a respite that you don't hate your leader for a few weeks. But we got to do one of three things. I know I'm reiterating what a couple of people online are saying, especially Gary Stevenson, but he says the only way that Britain or any of the Western powers are going to get out of trouble is they're either going to tax the wealthy, not the workers, which is very important, not the workers. So if you're working for a wage, they're not talking about you. If you're doing nothing and getting passive income, that's who they're talking about. And only if you're getting passive income of more than 10 million a year. That's who they're talking about, okay? Not you. They've either got to tax the wealthy, or they've got to tax the middle class more, or they've got to cut services. And that's the only way they can survive. I heard that North Sea Oil's going to be, was that a joke? North Sea Oil was going to be revamped. Jen's gone out. Anne-Marie Elton. Louise is on. Good morning, everybody. Ray Duffy. Thank you for all your support, Ray. Did a live from there after the World Cup. Andrew put up a vlog. London streets were celebrating the Spanish win. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Hope you had a great weekend. We did. And Marie. Spain win, God love. Webby's turkey teeth videos doing better views than normal. I think they are. ID cards scrapped by Burnham. It doesn't matter. In Britain, you don't need ID cards anymore because you've just had a law that says you've got to prove your age to enter the internet. So you may have already done it. You had to enter some site or other, and not just porn sites. Enter social media sites, and then you've got to scan your face or scan your passport, and so they don't need ID anymore. They've already got it. I'll put a link to a very interesting. Let me see if I can find it now, because it is very interesting. Tim Dowd history. History. Let's see all the history. So what was I watching? Minute Cryptic, Omni, Full Guide, Jackpot, Kill Bill, Terry Thomas. Must be here too. Yesterday. Prison Break. What's his name? Taxis. Oh, this is a good one. Share. Copy link. So this is a good one actually. Oh no, I'm not going to show that one. I'll show the one I was going to say. Where is he? Did I? No. It wasn't Friday I watched it. Does it show everything? AI froze. It's over. Punched me in the face. I'm sure it was yesterday I watched it. Wasn't after midnight, was it? Let's click on yesterday. Punch in the face. Map explains. Simon. Uncensored. Climate scientist. This should be there. Search YouTube. I don't want to search history. Anyway. Trigger. China. Test your IQ. It must have been the day before then, I don't know. But what it was about the ID, and that it doesn't really matter. Bring back hope, there he is. Gary Stevenson, unhinged, Terry, Webby's Teeth, 1,700 views, 1,700 views, well done. That's not fair. It doesn't show all the history, it only shows a little bit. Nothing will change, we'll take from pensioners. Yeah, as I say, that's the only way they're going to do it. Either you take from the middle class, which now is the boomers, the pensioner boomers like me. I'm just lucky that I'm taxable in Spain at the moment, because Spain's not doing too bad, to tell you the truth. If you've got money, that is. Reform and Conservatives want to cut welfare. Yeah, I mean, everybody, it doesn't matter who comes in, they've all got the same problem. So what's happened, I don't want to get political, what's happened is that all the wealth from the 1980s has been sold off to have this lifestyle that we've had over the past 40 years, right? Or 50 years even. So the wealth has gone. And now they can't borrow anymore, because they got nothing left to sell off. So because you can't borrow anymore, then you've got to tighten your belt. It's just like a household, really. And yeah, so that's the problem. Gary's Economics actually does actually give you a good idea. I'll put that up just in case. So let me think. Afterwards, let me know what you think of that one. ID scrapping must save millions. Well, it won't save anything because you haven't spent it. It's like saying I'm not buying a Porsche, so I've saved 200,000. That doesn't work like that. Wait for Mum. She's enjoying the shower in the apartment. She shouted, "Tell everyone hello." We wanted ID cards. Other countries have them. I got an ID card. Want to see it? Maybe you should have your teeth done, Tim, in a video. I've already had them done, mate. I've already had them done. I think you have white ones put in there. There you go. So, let's have a look to see what we got here. App Store, Google Sheets Online. Hola. Entiendo. Why have I got it in Spanish now? God, everything changes these days. Okay. Let's go to docsgoogle.com. QQ chats. No thanks. Config. Sheet 1. Config. I reckon the what's it called? Corrupted it. I've got to do it on trust. So no QQs today, hopefully. Unfortunately, desinfortunadamente. Hopefully business rates will be cut to help out the struggling shops on the high street. That's also, you can't do that without getting money from somewhere else, right? So when you cut rates or cut tax on working people and small businesses, you've got to get the money from somewhere else. And the only place you can't borrow it anymore. So the only place you can get it is by increasing taxes on somebody. And the options are either cutting the welfare state to save money that way, or taxing the people who are working at higher wages, or taxing the people who don't earn anything but have got lots of wealth. Those are the only three options you've got. And when people say the wealth tax doesn't work, then what's the alternative? You can't just say, okay then. If you want to if you want to put money into the economy, you've got to give the money to the people who spend money. If you give money to people who don't have money, they spend it into the economy, and that increases, that helps the economy. If you give money to people who've got money, they buy assets. And that word is bandied around as if everybody knows what it is. But what they do, they buy shopping malls, they buy hospitals, they buy houses, they buy land, they buy gold, they buy silver. So if you've got money at the moment, you can't spend it fast enough that you're earning it. If you're a billionaire, you make £1 million a week, passive income, and you don't pay any tax on it because you're not giving it to yourself. It just accumulates until you decide to take it out and spend it. You don't pay tax, and then what happens? If you want to spend £1 million that week, you don't take your money out and pay your capital gains tax. What you do is you borrow £1 million and pay whatever the percentage rate is, 6%. So it's the wealth will always accumulate, and once the rich have got everything, then you'll own nothing and you'll be renting, and then you'll be in the feudal system again. Techno-feudalists. 17 views for Webby's teeth. Can't wait to see how many he gets for his facelift. I live in Stockport, and we are the 15-minute city project instigated by Burnham and Co. This will probably be his blueprint for the country. Is it any good? I've never been since that happened. I begin shockwave therapy for my back on Thursday with 90% success rate and the good physio combined. I see myself coming to Tenerife quite soon. There you go. Shockwave therapy. Tell me more. Morning, Tim. Late on parade. Been at the doctor's, as long as you got a note. Hope all goes well, Prash. I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. Cool dudes. Right, shall we get another coffee? Un café con leche más, porfa. All blessed, absolutely loving Skegness. I'm new to Skegness. It's nice to have changed it. Is there a Butlins there? Quicker to get there than my usual Blackpool and Wales. Wales. Next time you go to Wales, go to Pwllheli. It's the end of a 250-mile cul-de-sac. Buenos dias, Damian. Is it pronounced Damian in Spanish, or is it still Damien? I know that my name's Team, as in football team. Never been to Skegness, Prash. Would you recommend it for a day trip? A day trip to Skegness. Sounds inviting. Where would you like to go? Florence, New York, Paris, or Skegness? All right, what was I doing this weekend? Right, you know that what I try and do is put a description in the live. After the live, I record everything that's been said and everything that I've said, and I transcribe that all. Then I get ChatGPT to go in and look at it and suggest a succinct YouTube description. I know you don't read them, but I like doing it for the people who come later. So I try and do a description of what's happened. Then I try and put in little chapters so you can jump to the chapters. Muchísimas gracias. And yeah, try and do that. And then lately I've been getting ChatGPT to suggest, based on the transcript, shorts, like little 1 to 3 minute clips that have got a little story in between them. It's got a beginning and an end, and it's quite interesting, or it's funny, or or something's happened. And it's been not very good at suggesting them, so I haven't been putting them up. But now, with the new ChatGPT that came out, I think it's 5.6 Sol or something like that, then it can actually read a YouTube video. So you give it a YouTube video link, and it will download the video, have a look at it, and unfortunately it can't create the transcription for you. So you've got to transcribe it somewhere else. So you can either go to TurboScribe, where you get 3 transcriptions a day free. TurboScribe is a good one. Descript, which is the best transcription because it gets everything right, but that's paid. I think it's 190 euros a year for the lowest version, but then you only get 20 hours only get 10 hours with that one of translations, of transcriptions. So if you do more than 10 hours a month on YouTube, then you got to go to the next one, which is 288, I think. Then you get 30 hours. And if you want 40 hours even, it's 600. So basically, it's just 2 minutes. Well, the paperwork done at the Regis Town Hall in Germany, so I had a tiny celebration here last week. Besides the hot weather, it was fabulous. Cool dude. Go out and have a Schweinsbraten, Knödel and sauerkraut. There you go. Schweinsbraten, Knödel and sauerkraut. And get a dunkel beer, not a dunkles Weizen, a dunkel beer. Excellent. Peter Glennon's on. Good morning, Peter Glennon. Brendan's on. Jubilation on Spain and the islands today after last night. The only car I saw with stuff on it was a German car celebrating Germany. To Follet des Castillos, Taoro, not Taori. Sorry. Okay. Damien is with emphasis on Damian. Okay. Is it Damian or Damian? That's what I want to know. Like 666 Tim. Watching on my phone, nice and sunny Germany. Mrs. at the dentist. I'm going backwards. I've been in Callao Salvaje from January the 1st to the 8th on Taoro. Taoro, okay. Is that good? Is it a good area? I like your opinion as an expert. Viva España! Okay. Taoro. I think it's, what do you say, Taoro? Moving to Skegness. Let's get back down there. Taoro. 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 Oh, that's a horrible place. Taoro. That's where Webby lives. That's Webby's actual manor. So it's right there. So it's just around the corner from the Mind. It's behind the Mind Hotel, and just around the corner from the Nebula where we go on a Friday night. You go to any Freaky Friday on this channel and look at the Mind Hotel. It's behind there, and it's where Webby lives. So it's it must be a nice place if the millionaires live there, isn't it? Really. Peter Glennon, we did that one. Thank you for all your support, Peter. Paperwork done, we did that. Skegness. Do have a Butlins, although it's more Ingold Mills. That's Skegness. Okay. I remember I worked in the Pwllheli Butlins in 1970. I wanted 1978, but it was actually 1979, I believe now. And I always thought it was 78 because I had my 18th birthday at the end of the season. I thought. But it was obviously my 19th birthday where I got fired for going and getting drunk instead of working. We could still be up for La Gran Manzana Thursday this week. Let me see if I got Thursday. As I say, you got to book it, because if somebody else books it, then I can't come. So what do we have? We have Tuesday's booked, Wednesday's booked. Thursday is not yet booked, Damien. So I'd rather you book it and cancel than not book it and be disappointed. La Gran Manzana. La Gran Manzana, for those of you who don't know, is the Big Apple. And the Big Apple is it new, do you say? La Gran Manzana. Las Chafiras. La Gran Manzana, Las Chafiras. Directions. Drive. Takes me 20 minutes, it says. Or I can get the bus for an hour and 16 minutes. Oh, it's very much like this place. La Gran Manzana in Avenida Lucio Diaz. Oh, it looks quite nice. Oh, it's on a nice avenue. Yeah, we can do that. 20 minutes isn't bad. But it's all motorway, isn't it? So drive and arrive at 19 minutes. The steps. Okay, head northeast, go to the roundabout. I just need to know at the end, don't I really? Where do I get off? Oh, it's right on the big roundabout. Okay. Get off the big roundabout by Angel Bayo. Las Chafiras. Smash Burger, temporarily closed. Which one is it? Oh, there you go. La Gran Manzana. Where's the parking? Is the parking underneath, hopefully? Because that's a terrible place to park. So I'm hoping they got a car park. I can only see the roof there. Okay, it'd have to be 9 o'clock for me, and I've got to leave at 10:30. So if it is Thursday and it's online, then it's got to be 9 o'clock in the morning I get there, and I got to leave at 10:30 to be home by 11. So if that works for you, book it. If not, then we'll work something else out. Thursday afternoon then. So I can get out usually about 4 o'clock, so I could be there between 4:30 and 5 in the afternoon, offline. Or if you want to go live, we can do a special Thursday afternoon live. If anybody else wants to meet up, don't forget, go to timothydowd.com/events. There we go, timothydowd.com/events, and book it. You can now book Mondays and Fridays as well. Typically Mondays and Fridays is just a coffee, but if you want to go for a walk, we can. Alternatively, what you could do, and I might change that actually. When I get home, I'll change it to say walk or just coffee, right? Then if it's just coffee, I'll meet you at 9:30 to 10, right? And then I might go for a walk beforehand and then meet you at the place for a coffee. Or if you want to be picked up and taken somewhere for coffee, then I'll pick you up at 8:30 and we drive somewhere, have a coffee, and then I can leave at 10:15 to get home or to bring you back. If I'm going up towards Alcalá or Playa de San Juan, then unfortunately I won't be able to bring you back to Los Cristianos area, so you just have to get the bus back. But we can work that out when you decide what you want to do. So I'll change that to say, there'll be a little switch to say walk or just coffee. It'll say walk and coffee or just coffee. That's what it'll say, and you can just click it, and then I'll know what type of event you want. And it's all free. If you want to join on tonight, go to timothydowd.com/live and book that. And then I will send you a link to come in and join us using your phone, tablet or PC. Hello. Okay. Okay, so we've done that. We know where the Manzana is now. It's 20 minutes away. Calendly, Safari, Utubi, Photos, WhatsApp, Sheets. Can I hear something? No. It was amazing. I get to hear that, you know. I'm hearing people. Oh, I've got to put Adam back. Adam. unblock contact. There you go. He messaged me at the weekend sometimes, and it's not annoying, but it's not right. El Cortado, Fligadi. Okay, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Okay. Trying to sell me a Spanish newspaper. Yeah, as I say, it's I'm easy. I'd like to meet you, but we don't have to. We don't have to do it this week. Anytime is really. But once you're married in Germany, are you coming back here, or are you going to live in Germany permanently? So, what was I doing at the weekend? Right. So I was usually doing the chapters and the descriptions of these videos and these shorts, right? So now you create a project with instructions. So what you do, you create a project, and I've called the project Process Final Cut Video. Final Cut is what I use to do the transcriptions, because they transcribe to subtitles now. So you can transcribe, you upload a video, and when you're ingesting the video, it transcribes it for you and then creates captions and subtitles, whichever you want. And so what you can do now is load the video that I'm recording now into Final Cut. It will automatically transcribe it, and then I export the captions in an ITT file. It's done automatically, and I used to have to strip all the ITT coding from it and just give them the timestamps and the words, and that was a script that I wrote with, who was it called? That was a script I wrote with Gemini. So I just asked Gemini to do it for me, and it did it. So that worked. Now I don't have to. I just give him the ITT file, which is the transcript of the show today. I give him the QQs, which is the list of all the people, of all the things that people said. And I give him the link to the video in YouTube. And the last thing I give him is what's called an Final Cut Pro XML file, which tells the program what the timeline looks like, what I've got on the timeline. And he puts all that together, or it puts all that together, I say he, and it generates 5 titles, suggestions. It generates a description and chapters that I can copy and paste into YouTube. It generates a Jetpack blog, which I can just copy and paste into Jetpack, which goes to my website and creates a blog page. And it also takes my template for the show and the people that I've met that are on camera and makes a thumbnail for me. So it's a really powerful project, and it's all these instructions, and it wrote the instructions itself. It asked me questions, and I just told him, no, I don't want that, I want that, I want that. And when I got it right as I wanted it, it printed it all out, and I copied it into the instructions of this project in ChatGPT. Now all I've got to say is, process this episode, please. Then upload the 5 files, plus the template and the photos that I want, and then go home, go away, and then it generates everything for me and sends me a message when it's done. That is amazing. Then what I do, it creates 5 or 6 shorts in XML. So all I've got to do is import those into the project in Final Cut, and it goes to the original file, the original video file, and it cuts those 6 things out, puts them in their own little timeline, and then all I need to do is add the subtitles if I want, change the format because it's wide and I want 16 by 9. Sometimes it's just a blurry background, sometimes it's left. If I've got a side by side up like this, then it'll do left and right. So it'll put the me at the top and whatever's on this side at the bottom, and then this whole thing it'll put in the middle. If you've not seen those shorts, go and have a look and let me know what you think. And yeah, and what's the word? Where are we? There we go. And jobs are good. So, first of all, I'd like to know whether you are interested in the thumbnails and the description and the chapters, whether you read the blog or not, and whether you like the shorts. So if you say, to say the truth, Tim, no, we're not interested, then that will be interesting to know. And if you say, yeah, it's a good thing and it's helpful or whatever, or I found the thing because of that, then that'd be also interesting. Cool. I'm still going to do it because I like doing it, but I'd like to know what you think. Right, but Wednesday, maybe staying at the Premier Inn in Saarbrücken. I'm not from Tenerife, my partner's from Germany. I'm from Tenerife, my partner's in Germany, so go back to good old Tenerife for good. Yay! I'm not booking for Thursday, Tim, because we're not sure what time we'll be popping down to Gran Manzana. As I say, I can only make it at 9 a.m. or after 4:30. Those are the only times I can make it because I'm looking after Chris in between. So if that works for you, let me know. If not, we'll see you another place another time. All right, Tim, like you, 66th birthday coming up. It jumps, it jumps, it jumps. There we go. Government has made me wait an extra 8 months to get the state pension. How about you, Tim? I get it, I think I can get it in February next year, because I was born in 1960, so I've only got to be 66 and 4 months to get it. So basically next month, which is August, I've got to apply for my British pension. The only problem is that there is a problem with my German and the Spanish pension, that if I get a second or a third pension, then something happens to me health insurance. So I've just got to work out that that's not going to be detrimental, because I think I get 80 quid a week from Britain and I get 230 a month from Spain, but only for 3 years. So I've got to check that next month. Please say, do you say please to ChatGPT because I tend? Oh yes, I am always, because when they take over, they'll say, "Oh, he's a good one." Stevie says, just changing things ever so slightly. Have there been any further local protests over housing and hotels? We joined the protest last summer, went over peaceful. Did anything come of these? There are some new rules that are coming or have come out. We're trying to get certain places designated as stressed areas, and that will mean you can't put the rent up exorbitantly because of demand for short-term rentals. They've also brought out a moratorium on vivienda vacacionales. So the vivienda vacacionales is a license that you can have to short-term let, and they've put a moratorium on that, so you can't get that anymore, and you won't be able to get it unless you've lived in the property yourself for 3 years, I think it is, or something like that. You can't just buy a house or buy a property or multiple properties with your millions and then rent them out short-term. You can't do that anymore. So that should help the market, but it's not direct help. It's just sort of like, it's sort of trickle-down help, if you like. It's making it harder for people to invest in properties to rent short-term, which would mean in the long term there's more properties to rent long-term. Unfortunately, in the short term, what it means is we've lost hundreds of thousands of properties off the market. So the people with money just say, I'll just leave it empty then. All right? So the law is trying to do one thing, and it's actually producing a problem, but I think it's a short-term problem. So there's lots of things governments can do with taxes and with rules about rental, but it doesn't always translate into more cheap properties coming on the market for long-term rent for locals. No. What can I say? It's a long process. It's a long process. We may need a revolution. I don't know. We may need a revolution in the world, because basically all the assets are being sucked up by people who've got money, and once you own nothing and rent everything from the powers that be, if it isn't the government, then it's private corporations. So what's worse? you can't vote the private corporations out, but you can vote the government out. So as long as you don't have a government that's sort of a autocratic government that changes the rules that they can't be voted out, so as long as you've got a representative democracy, then you should be okay. But the government doesn't own anything anymore, so you've got to get that back. So you've got to take everything back into public ownership, the housing stock, the electricity, water, and all the energy production. You've got to take it all back. And when you say, oh, we can't just take it off and we've got to spend a fortune giving it them back, then yeah. But then you say, well, the country's going to shit, so why don't we come to a compromise, you know? And it's mostly, I mean, your private pension is sometimes involved in it as well. So if you take the water back under your control and don't pay dividends anymore, then your private pension's affected, because the people who's running the private pensions have invested in the water, because it makes a fortune by shitting in your rivers. Anyway, don't get me started. Really enjoy everything, Tim. Interesting as always. Thanks, Chris. Okie dokie, Tim. Fingers crossed. Teide still rumbling the other day. Have a nice day. You know, I've been following that as well, and I don't think the Teide will erupt, but there are plenty of other outlets, if you like, that may. But we're prepared for it. There's been preparations going on since La Palma, and so I don't think we can't stop nature, one thing, but I think that we're well prepared for it. So we shall see what we shall see. Don't worry about something until it happens, as they say. Right, 10:27, got to start going. You've been watching Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or a coffee Monday or Friday, 9 a.m. Book it. Right, so day is today, Monday. So tonight is Balcony Banter. Cleo's back. We don't have a theme for tonight, I don't think, but that's okay, because Cleo can make stuff up on the fly. And she was in on Friday for half an hour and told a story there about getting business class by Aer Lingus, coming back to Tenerife, which I thought was pretty good. And yeah, as I say, if you've got an idea for tonight, let me know. You can either book to come on yourself and talk about something, or you can just send an email, me@timothydow.com, and say, wouldn't you be interested to talk about that? So what I'll try and do is to find out a bit more about what's going on with the law and housing, and see if I can get half an hour out of that. Cool dude. Adam will be on tonight. Adam, I'm sending you the email in 20 minutes. Was that 30? 30 minutes. There you go. Congratulations to Spain, says Charlie. Great chat, Tim. Lovely day. Bye, Tim and all. Okie dokie, fingers crossed. Have a nice day. Right, I'm going to finish on that one. As I say, when I get home, I'm going to do all my stuff and then put a description in, some people, some photos of people, and what else do we want? See you tonight on Balcony Banter, 5:55. Don't be late. Hey everyone, not mentioned. Boom. Timothy Dowden, Gemma Edwards.
Come on, let's just get it. And you make Heineken out.
So
Because that's the section of Underhill. Duffy, have a good one, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
One.
He's out steamed.
Married today.
Yeah.
This can be good.
So you got 4 of these basically.
All right.
So it was Ray. Where are you there? Yeah, we go to the Bocadillos now. We got a video will be out on Sunday. So, oh,
The careless tracker. What fun was
there you go. Here he is.
The Mac Master is a complete cock womble. This is normally